So, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's something that I've always kind of thought was very accurate. You know, when there's stuff to be talked about and there's leaks and there's a lot of people talking about it, I really do think that there's something going on there. And it's unfortunate that this type of stuff happens. The only thing that I would say is I hope that Microsoft, you know, gets this worked out, or that it's not as bad as it seems right now. Because if you're an Xbox fan, you know, you're not going to want this to be the case, you know, and I can understand, you know, trust me, I'm an Xbox fan, and I definitely don't want this to be happening the way that it's happening. And there's just too many strange occurrences happening with this right now. So we'll see if that's something that will actually kind of get better, or what the case may be. But right now, I think Microsoft does have some questions to answer. And if you're a fan of Xbox, you might want to hang on to your hat. You might want to stick around and just kind of see what's going on, because I do feel like, you know, we're in a situation where, you know, this could escalate or get even worse. Well, way worse before, you know, it gets better, if it ever does get better. But there's just something strange about this story. It's like, you know, I don't understand it. And, you know, hopefully it is something that, you know, Microsoft gets worked out, or we find out more about soon. Let's get into it. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel. It means a lot to me personally. You know, listen, I do daily gaming content, so if you guys are looking for daily gaming content, look no further. I enjoy doing that. It is just a ton of fun. And, you know, if you guys are looking to support the channel in any way, the best way would be a simple like. It really does help out. Now, here's the thing. We know Xboxes aren't selling a ton, you know. They're not. And we know that that the sales are down 50%, and now people are questioning the stock levels, like not the Microsoft stock, but the actual stock of the Xbox. So a lot of people are wondering why you can't get these things in a lot of places, in particular like in Europe and things like that. You can still buy some of them online and things, but there's almost no presence from Xbox in most places. So yeah, it does make you think a little bit, kind of as we go about this, and we think, hey, well, you know, what's going on? You know, why isn't there more stock? Why can't you find an Xbox? It does seem a little strange to me that, you know, you can't. So, you know, I would just like to say, you know, it's strange that Microsoft hasn't really, you know, kind of responded to that. So, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens here in the future. But, you know, like I said, this is a very strange situation, and I'm going to link this article, of course, in the description, where you guys can check it out and let me know how you guys feel about it. Do you guys feel that there's a stock shortage or not? But anyway, a few weeks ago there was a story posted about Circana's, or who used to be NPD, their latest U.S. sales figures showing that Xbox consoles were down 50% year on year, and now outlet VG Charts had shared similar findings in terms of worldwide sales data for current-gen Xbox consoles. According to the outlet, January 2025 sales for Xbox Series X and S are down almost 50% on January 2024. During the first month of last year, Microsoft sold 408,817 of these consoles, while January 25 figures say the company sold just 209,000 of these. Interestingly enough, VGA Charts also breaks down sales figures into specific regions, which shines particular light on European data. Xbox Series X and S just sold 38,000 in that region in January of this year, a region where we're starting to see reports of low stock levels for Xbox Series X specifically. While it's hard to confirm or deny all low stock reports, as this sort of thing is hard to track across multiple countries and retailers, it's easy to take a quick look at UK stock to see how things are faring over there. At the time of the posting, major UK retailers such as Currys, Game, Argos, Smiths, and Amazon are all out of standard edition Xbox Series X stock, although certain retailers do seem to have the white all-digital edition available in limited quantities. Xbox Series S seems completely unaffected by the stock issues in the UK, though it's tough to say how much of an impact it's having on these dropping sales figures reported by the likes of Circana and VG Charts. Still, it's interesting that Microsoft doesn't seem to be prioritizing Series X stock in multiple regions at this point, and obviously there's a lot of people kind of keeping track of this and things like that. So in Europe, there's a lot of instances and a lot of issues where people are saying, hey, they're not stocking these things at all anymore over there. And, that's honestly probably some of the worst news you can hear. I mean, if you're an Xbox fan and you're seeing that, hey, they're not stocking this stuff anywhere, listen, that really kind of makes your head spin a bit. A lot of people are kind of living in this idea or have this kind of idea that, maybe, and listen, I don't know for sure what's going on here, but what I can say is there could be a couple different things happening here, right? Some people think that Microsoft is doing something like preparing to release a new console. My thought process is this: even if they somehow, by some miracle, had a new console releasing holiday 2026, that is almost 2 full years away, right? Like, we're just at the beginning of the year in 2025. Holiday 2026, you would say maybe November 20. You're still almost 2 years away. You're going to cut off your platform for almost 2 years and then expect people to go buy these things next year. Like, I don't know. That doesn't make much sense to me. I don't actually think they're going to do like a console, have a console next year ready to go. I don't see that happening. The other thing that people say is, that they're not doing, and I've seen this happen in multiple different kind of people. If you're selling stuff, businesses and stuff like that. Like, this happened to the Dreamcast at one particular point, where Microsoft is selling so few consoles that they're not actively producing them. They're waiting for, to burn off the stock that they have before they start back up. Because you don't just have these things sitting around in some warehouse or something. You can't really have that. So that could be a situation that we find ourselves in right now. I don't know how accurate that would be, but they could have shut down making consoles for a little bit of time. You know what I mean? But again, we don't know what's going on there. The other thing that some people are kind of talking about, and this could be a real possibility, is the idea that, Microsoft is using the Series X blades for their, as you guys know, they're doing cloud gaming, and for them to be able to do the cloud gaming, they have to use the Series X blades on those bits, like in the cloud infrastructure. Those are what they use. So yeah, it's a very interesting situation, to say the least, and some people think they're doing that, especially with the way Microsoft is kind of prioritizing this whole everything's an Xbox blah blah blah. It definitely would make sense that they would be able to do something along those lines. So again, I don't know 100% for sure. That it could be anything. Obviously, with the low sales, it's not because they're selling. So, it's just really a weird kind of situation. We'll see what happens. And we'll see if, gamers can kind of... Are gamers just leaving the Xbox because of the lack of exclusives? Obviously, I think we keep seeing them go down more and more because of that. But I don't want to see this stuff happen so much that that realistically we don't see any Xboxes in the future. You know what I mean? I just hope that we could see Xbox make some kind of a growth there without destroying their brand. I just hope that they can do that. So again, I would love your guys' thoughts on this. How do you guys feel about this? I mean, we know Xbox sales are down. We know that that things are kind of happening the way that they are. We know that Microsoft seems to not really even care about the Xbox that much. But is this something that's going to continue to happen? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on it. I certainly would appreciate that. Again, I am definitely worried about my digital library. I'm worried about what Microsoft is going to do in the future. There's a lot of reasons to be worried, and I definitely am. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. I'll catch you next time. Crap gamer out.